name is Dr. Yoni Witten. I'm the creator of the Pain Fix Protocol. This week, in anticipation of the release of my upcoming Posture Fix program, I want to give you a window of insight into taking a performance-based approach to dealing with long-standing postural dysfunction and chronic pain problems in the body. Now, this is the same approach that I've used and perfected over the last 15 years in clinical practice to help people just like you. So come with me and check this out. Whenever a patient walks into my clinic with one of these complex chronic problems, I find that it's helpful to simplify things and go all the way back to the basics. So I take a standard, which is what is normal, and compare that to where the patient's at in 3 different categories. First and foremost, I'm looking for the presence of symptoms. Now, because my practice focuses almost exclusively on the resolution of chronic pain, the first thing that we look at and we talk about is pain. Anytime pain is present, something abnormal is going on. How do we know that? Because the normal state is pain-free. The second thing to key in on if you're suffering from these types of chronic, long-standing problems is your physical structure. What does your skeletal alignment look like? How is your joint positioning? Do you have any signs of muscle imbalance in your body? Now, oftentimes people get kind of bent out of shape when you talk about comparing their structure to a normal. So let me make this really simple. If we were designing a wheel, would it be fair to say that a wheel should have a very specific shape in order for that wheel to function normally? I think we can all agree on that. And we can all agree that if a wheel is going to function at its best, it should be perfectly round. Well, there are also structural standards for human beings. The classic example here is the posture of the head and neck. So when looking at the body from the side, the whole of my ear should line up with the center point of my shoulder. If those 2 physical structures are not in line with one another, it's going to affect the functionality of your neck. In the same way that if a wheel was not perfectly round, if it had a flat spot on it, it would affect the way the wheel rolls. Now, when I talk about evidence of muscle imbalance, the classic example here is upper trapezius sign. The trapezius are these muscles here at the base of the neck. Well, in 2010, the journal World Neurosurgery came out with a study that correlated the findings of having an overdeveloped muscle here at the base of the neck that was very full appearance and tender to the touch with a reverse curve in the neck. That's that forward head position or the start of what I call posture prolapse. These are the type of structural indicators that you have to key in on because they give you a ton of information of what's going on from a structural standpoint. And then the third and final thing to key in on is your functionality. How do you move compared to what is normal? So the classic sign in the neck here is range of motion, basic movement in the neck. You should be able to turn your head all the way to one side and the other side 80 to 90 degrees. So your chin should be roughly in line with the shoulder. As far as tilting, you should be able to get to about 45-degree angles, and your movement should be equal to both sides, and again, should be pain-free because we know that the presence of pain is indication of dysfunction. So basic ranges of motion in the neck, comparing it to a standard. Again, going back to the wheel, there would be no argument that a wheel that is functioning optimally should roll in a straight line and perfectly smooth circles. If you start to see flat spots or restricted motion or motion that is out of line with what's considered normal, we know that there's a problem that we need to key in on and normalize in order to get you functioning at your highest level. The presence of pain, structural abnormality, and physical dysfunction all factor into a diagnosis of posture prolapse syndrome. But once we have those 3 things all pointing in the same direction, then we know exactly what we need to do to treat it. I'm super excited about my upcoming Posture Fix program, and I hope you'll take the time to check it out. Thank you for watching this video. If you have anybody in your life that's suffering with these types of problems, please share this information with them. And if you're looking for more information on taking a performance-based approach to resolving chronic postural and pain problems, check us out at painfixprotocol.com.